Well, market, or should I say earmark it, even Republicans can't say enough of it, because I'm telling you, Republicans just ain't getting rid of it, or them. Earmarks are here to stay. Oklahoma Republican Senator James Inhofe goes so far as to say dumping them would actually be unconstitutional. But outgoing Republican Senator George LeMieux says they all got to go, and they got to go now. Senator, it doesn't look like they will go now, though.
Well, Neil, I sure hope that they will. In my short time in the Senate, I've only been there about 14 months, and as you said, my time's coming to a close. I've seen these earmarks firsthand, and they are the gateway drug to deficit spending. They're only $30 billion or so. Some people say 15. They say that's not a lot of money. Well, one, it is a lot of money, but more importantly, when you get your special project put into a bill, and that appropriation bill comes back and it's 5, 10, 15, 20% more than last year's bill, you're bought off, and you can't vote against it. And that's why we have this $1.3 trillion budget deficit. In part, it is a big problem. It needs to stop.
Senator, it's a brilliant point, and I know, true to your past, you've been consistent at it, that these are the chits that lead to more than just the chump change here, far bigger than the earmarks themselves. They are the gateway to the trillion-dollar pieces of legislation that are ultimately passed. In other words, the buy-off to get those off and running. But it doesn't seem like Republicans are eager, across the board to get rid of them. So I suspect, having said that, they're not going to get rid of them. Then what?
Well, I hope that they will. Next week, my colleagues who are going to be in the next Congress are going to meet on Tuesday, and they're going to vote on whether or not to continue this earmark moratorium that we have right now. A lot of us, including myself, haven't done any earmarks, and the group now is going to decide whether or not for this next Congress they will also not do earmarks. I think it's the right message. It's what the American people spoke about last Tuesday during the election. They want a balanced budget. They want fiscal discipline. They're concerned about the future of this country for our kids. And this is a great way to show it. So I'm hopeful that they will get enough votes to pass this moratorium.
You know what I get a read of, though, Senator, and you know this better than I do, but as you know, I play an expert on TV, that a lot of these guys figure, well, these new guys coming in are largely Tea Partiers. They don't know how the system works. These earmarks are part of the system. They'll get along, they'll go along.
Well, that's a very dangerous place for my colleagues to be. If you keep thinking that what's happening in Washington is normal, I think that everyone's in danger of being replaced. The American people are fed up. They should be fed up. The place is broken. I mean, it's been my privilege to serve there, but it's the most dysfunctional organization I've ever seen, and we've got to find a better way to start managing the people's money. It's not being managed at all right now.
You know, you're a good guy, Senator. Whatever you do, we wish you well. Senator George LeMieux in Florida.
Thank you, Neil.
Now to the Republican who